Today's gonna be an exciting day because today I'll be going to GameStop to pre-order the Nintendo Switch 2, and I'll be picking it up at midnight for GameStop's midnight release. Now, I've had my Nintendo Switch back in July of 2017, and since the Switch was revealed, that was the most excited I've been for a console, until now. Given that the Switch was one of my most favorite eras of Nintendo, I'm sure the Nintendo Switch 2's era will be even better. In hype of Mario Kart World, I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe online, and that's only helped build up my excitement. Now, when I first got to GameStop to pre-order it, I didn't do too much recording. I plan on doing that tonight. So here's a little bit of footage of how the line was. Now, I know the line in the video may not seem too long, but trust me, it was long. I just didn't want to record too much, and I was there for about an hour, so I brought my 3DS to keep myself occupied, and about an hour later, I finally made it into the store. Alright, so I just got back, and I just got the Switch 2 pre-order, so now we're going to come back to at midnight, but I'm going to come about 2 hours early, so we'll just see what happens. Alright, so as of filming this, it's currently 9:30 and we're about to head out to GameStop for the launch event. Now, I'm going to be going a little early, about 2 hours early because, well, the line was pretty bad before, so God knows how the line is going to be now. So, let's get going. Two people. Thank you. Have a nice day. You too. Hell yeah. Yep. 3 hours. Practically, we got here by 9. Okay, so I just got back from GameStop, and now I got the Nintendo Switch 2 and Mario Kart World. So now, let's get to unboxing. Alright, so from what I've seen from other unboxings, you just open it like that. And just like that, boom. God damn, this thing is, I don't know if I'm just close or this thing is way bigger than I thought. Anywho, look right here, we got the Joy-Con 2 controller. And we got both the Joy-Con 2 controllers right here. They feel pretty nice. And now, we've got the tablet. And this is also pretty big too. Let me just take this out. I don't want to get my paws on the screen, but boom. This thing is actually really big and it's so clean. Alright, so now we're gonna put the Joy-Cons on. Wow. And now let's put on the red one. This is the Nintendo Snap. Alright, so now we're gonna turn it on and see how it goes. Well, it's LCD, alright. But it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not OLED, but that's fine. Alright. The Americas. I'm an American. Okay, so now we're logged in, and now we're gonna put on this grip. With a snap of a magnet. And now, for the opening music. And as you can see here, the menu is pretty much just a slightly updated version of the original Nintendo Switch. Now, we're gonna make it dark mode just the way I like it, because unfortunately, we still only have 2 themes. But I'll rather settle with dark. And now, it's time for Mario Kart World. Open this here, and boom. Here is the cartridge. Now let's just put it in. And this thing works differently from the original Switch. Boom. Mario Kart World. Alright. Okay, we need a software update. Let's do it. Alright, it just got done downloading. 2.
Mario Kart World!
Absolute peak. Alright, so we're gonna try out some co-op multiplayer Grand Prix. I'm gonna use standard because it's standard. So let's try out Mushroom Cup 150cc because there's no 200cc. Let's get started. Yo, I just killed the crab. Oh yeah, I'm doing everything but these new mechanics. Well, look where that got me. Sorry to do this to you.
You ain't hitting me.
I'm not?
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe I'm not Big Whoop. Please tell me I can catch up.
I don't know if it's because of the
No!
There
No!
we go.
No! This is not how I get. Okay, goddamn.
Hey, at least 6th place is a good place.
Yeah, because it's 24. But even in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But... Damn, bro. Mark.
I'm scared. There's a robot. Okay, I win.
No, you don't! Yes!
No!
That's my first clip of the day.
Fuck you. Damn it.
That's my first Nintendo Switch 2 clip.
Where'd you even come from?
The new Donkey Kong design is goated.
Yeah, look at the baby Luigi, but look
Look at the Mario. Let's see what character we unlock. So peak.
Dolphin got in last.
We got a Donkey Kong.
That's
Get a-
silly. That's it? Only Donkey Kong?
Well, you expected to unlock 2 characters at once?
Yes, there's a lot of characters in this game.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that silly gameplay. Now the rest will be about the Switch 2 itself and my thoughts about it. But as you can see here, I decided to move the Switch 1 right over here. Mainly because I wanted the Switch 2 and the PS5 next to each other. First off, this is how the Switch 2 screen and the Switch 1 screen look side by side, and top to bottom. And this is how the Switch 2 grip and Joy-Cons look next to each other. And these are how the Joy-Cons look next to each other. The Switch 2 Joy-Cons are definitely one of my most favorite part about the Switch 2 because they just feel so much more comfortable on the hands for you to play sideways. And honestly, they just feel so much better too, especially now that they're bigger. Even the analog stick feels so much nicer. So what are my overall thoughts about the Switch 2? Well, maybe it's because I just got it, but it's definitely one of my most favorite Nintendo consoles. While it's unfortunate that the Switch 2 is not OLED, the vivid LCD screen really stands out and the colors really pop, that I think it's a decent trade-off. And if you're like me who didn't have a Switch OLED and had the original Switch model, the colors are very much night and day. Honestly, I can't wait to try out the mouse feature in future games. I want to get the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller someday, and I also want to get more games such as Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I never really played it before, but knowing that it's all going to be in the cartridge, and just seeing how it plays on the go, I just think it'll be a great game to try out on the Switch 2. And I also want to get Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now, I've never been much of a Donkey Kong player, but after seeing it in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, I just know I gotta try it out. And eventually I might get the Switch 2 edition of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Never got to play it on the original Switch, so I think the Switch 2 will be a great console to try it out. I also tried out Super Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch 2, and the best way to describe that experience is that it felt like putting on glasses for the first time. Compared to the Switch 1 version, it just feels so much clearer. Not to mention playing Switch 1 games on the Switch 2, the loading times are much more faster. So would I recommend the Nintendo Switch 2? Absolutely. Now that's all for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time, and expect more Nintendo Switch 2 videos in the future, and retro games. See you later.